We've all felt the sharp pain of betrayal at some point, but there's nothing quite like watching the heart-dropping moment played out on screen. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 movie backstabbers of all time. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at those big screen characters that were initially trusted by their fellow characters and/or audiences, but that turned out to be traitors, hypocrites, and/or underhanded when our backs were turned. Since betrayal in film often means a plot twist or reveal, consider this your official spoiler alert. Number 10. Hans. Frozen.
Oh boy.
This is awkward.
For a Disney prince, he's a guy who seems to have it all. Dreamy good looks, a handsome uniform, and the ability to burst into song. However, this happily ever after doesn't last for long in this twist on the normal Disney princess narrative, as a knight in shining armor does not save the damsel in distress. On the brink of performing true love's kiss to save Anna's life, he reveals he really never loved her.
Oh, Anna. If only there was someone out there who loved you.
Prince Hans only ever wanted to marry Anna to become the king of Arendelle. He then leaves her while she's moments away from death, in pursuit of eliminating her sister Elsa. So cold.
You won't get away with this.
Oh, I already have.
Number 9. Dennis Nedry. Jurassic Park.
Dodson! We've got Dodson here!
Would the catastrophe at Jurassic Park ever have happened without Dennis Nedry? Possibly not. In pursuit of making a quick buck and gaining revenge on Richard Hammond for being cheap, Dennis Nedry agrees to smuggle out top-secret fertilized dinosaur embryos to Richard Hammond's corporate rival.
How am I supposed to transport them?
In order to make his escape from the park possible, Dennis hacks and deactivates the park's security system. Without the magic word, there is no hope to reboot the system, and consequently, the dinosaurs are freed. Cue the man-eating madness and mayhem that is Jurassic Park.
You didn't say the magic word.
Number 8. Loki. Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Why have you done this? To prove to Father that I am the worthy son.
Although Sir Patrick Morgan's betrayal in Wonder Woman is badass, Loki is still the nastiest superhero movie backstabber, particularly as he is in the 2011 Thor movie. Wanting to be king and to gain the approval of their father, Loki betrays his brother Thor, in an example of sibling rivalry at its heavyweight finest.
I will not fight you, brother! I'm not your brother.
As it turns out, Loki is the mastermind behind Thor losing his powers and being banished to Earth. Once Thor is on Earth, Loki watches over him and orders the destroyer to kill Thor. Not only this, but he tells Thor their father is dead when he isn't.
Let me explain to Father. Father is dead.
Number 7. Captain Dudley Smith. LA Confidential.
It's a muscle job.
Corrupt and morally bankrupt, Captain Dudley Smith will stop at nothing to hold the power in LA killing. Lying and cheating, Smith makes his way to the top of the criminal food chain in LA. As other officers are suspicious of his behavior and the crime scene in LA, it is not long before Smith kills one of his sergeants, Jack Vincennes, to buy himself more time. Abusing his position of power, Smith betrays anyone that dares to challenge him.
Have you a valediction, boyo?
Number 6. Dr. Elsa Schneider. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
She's one of them.
Andy, please.
With this entry, we've got another betrayal of the heart thanks to a damsel in distress with a ruthless streak. In the quest for the Holy Grail, Elsa will stop at nothing to claim the Grail for herself. After seducing and tricking both Indiana Jones and his father, Elsa reveals her alliance with the Nazi Party and her scheme to take the Grail from them.
But you should have listened to your father.
In another act of betrayal, Elsa turns against her partner, working with the Nazis, Walter Donovan, which results in his death. In her final moments, she grabs the Grail for herself once more, claiming to want to share it with Indiana before falling to her death. Number 5. Fredo Corleone. The Godfather Part 2.
I know it was you, Fredo.
This one makes up a famous family feud. The unpredictable, badly behaved brother Fredo repeatedly makes poor decisions that impact his brother Michael and the rest of the family. Regularly mocked and excluded from family business, Fredo makes a deal with Corleone rival Hyman Roth and associate Johnny Ola, in an embittered chance to gain fortune for himself.
He said there was something in it for me. On my own.
The exact nature of his family betrayal isn't ever made known, and it's unclear to whether Fredo's betrayal was a selfish act or whether he was trying to take his brother down. But either way, he certainly pays the price for crossing the Corleones. Number 4. Saruman, Lord of the Rings franchise.
My old friend, Saruman.
In the quest for the ring, Saruman betrays both parties in the war. He's a morally ambiguous character with a determination to always work for his own ends. Originally a member of the Council of Wizards opposing Sauron, Saruman abandoned the White Council to side with Sauron in a plan to better his chances at obtaining the ring.
We must join with him, Gundam. We must join with Sauron.
He eventually also betrays Sauron in the hopes of taking the ring for himself and ruling Middle-earth. One ring to rule them all, and also one to mostly kill them all. Saruman gets his comeuppance, but never the ring.
I will not be held prisoner here.
Number 3. Lando Calrissian. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
How you doing, you old pirate? So good to see you!
Han Solo's luck runs out when he reconnects with old friend Lando Calrissian. A former mercenary like Han now working for the Cloud City, Lando welcomes Han, Chewbacca, and Princess Leia onto Cloud City. He lulls them into a false sense of security right before handing them over directly to Darth Vader.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Although Lando was strong-armed and lied to by Darth Vader, his actions lead to Han Solo being frozen in carbonite. Trying to right his wrongs, Lando later helps the rebels free Han from Boba Fett, and he joins the Rebel Alliance. He may be a backstabber with a conscience, but he nonetheless betrayed an old friend and aided the dark side. Number 2. Peter Pettigrew, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Harry, look at you! You look so much like your father.
The weak-minded friend of Harry Potter's parents is a rat in more than one sense of the word. While acting as a protector of James and Lily Potter, Peter hands them over to Voldemort, fakes his own death, and frames Sirius Black for the murders. Meaning, not only do Harry's parents die, but also his godfather Sirius is sent to Azkaban prison, which leaves Harry Potter an orphan and fated to live with his cruel aunt and uncle.
Stop, Lord! You've no idea the weapons he possesses.
After hiding for years, Peter joins forces with Voldemort for the second time and helps him to gain power once again. Spineless and sniveling, Peter is a sneaky backstabber.
Bless you, boy! Bless you! Get off!
Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
You think you're special, cowboy? You're a piece of plastic.
You know I couldn't invite you. I had to pretend to be plastic.
I might never have liked you. When in fact, I despise you.
Number 1. Cypher, The Matrix.
I know this steak doesn't exist.
The things a juicy steak can make a person do, and in this case, we mean the one and only Cypher. To be released from reality and enter the Matrix again, Cypher betrays his fellow rebels on the Nebuchadnezzar to Agent Smith.
I don't want to remember nothing. Nothing. You understand?
In a one-man mutiny, Cypher eventually becomes responsible for the death of several of his crew members, though he actually planned to kill all of them. Even though he claims to have been in love with Trinity, he aims to kill her too. He has no remorse for his actions and is 100% self-serving to the end. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.